What is up guys, just before I get into this video I want to let you know that the deadline for my Make Your Own Chaos Galaxy card contest will be on New Year's Eve at midnight. So as soon as the clock strikes 2017, that's it. So yeah, get entering. What is up guys, Zach here from the Chaos Galaxy, and today I am doing the planet profile for set 2 for the desert / robot planet of Baro. And if you don't know about Baro, the way it plays, it's a very defensive planet. So all the creatures from there tend to have high health and low power, and then they'll just wear your opponent down, make them run out of resources, and then at the end of the game they'll just turn the tables and attack and win. So here's the planet, and the planet card reads, at the beginning of your turn you can select one Baro creature on your planet, swap that creature's power with its health until the beginning of your next turn. So yeah, this can make your high health defensive creatures go to being really offensive, dangerous creatures, just like the flick of a switch basically. So yeah, that's what the planet does. I'll give you a quick recap of the cards from set 1, and then I'll get into showing you the new cards. So first off we have the boss, Humongous Ancient Rockman, then Bob 2699, Kronk, Desert Dancer, Aditrox, and the first time he would be killed by an attack, he is not killed, De, and then the combiner creature, the Island Beast. We've also then got the support card, which is Desert Quake, which lets you kill up to 2 Baro creatures on your planet to kill the same amount of creatures on your opponent's planet. Okay, so I'll get to showing you the new cards. You've already seen Growl Knight, who is the knight for the planet. He's got 160 power, 250 health, so they're pretty good stats for a 4-star creature. Yeah, not much to say about him. And then got Peblo, who is the first 1-star creature for the planet Baro. He's got 20 power and 80 health. These two guys are also common, by the way. And now here's the first rare card for Baro in set 2, which is Diamond Izzard. And this card might look familiar to you if you've seen my YouTube video on how to make professional looking trading cards. But yeah, he's a rare card with 5 stars, 250 power and 270 health. So he's got very good power for a Baro creature, and his health is still, you know, pretty high. We've then got Elite Kronk, who's a common card but with very high stats for a Baro creature, and you can only play him from your hand by killing 1 Kronk on your planet. And you don't pay stars for that, which is really good because Baro has some creatures with quite high stars like Humongous Ancient Rockman. So yeah, the stars you save on that could be pretty handy. Okay, the next card is another brand new card. He's featured in a few of my other games though, and he is Cataplonk. And he didn't print out so well. I think my printer's running out of ink, so his art didn't come out too great. But here's his original art if you're interested in that. So yeah, that's what he should look like. It's not as dark as this. But anyway, he's only got 100 power, but 230 health is good for a 4-star. And he has an ability as well, and this reads, once per turn you can show your opponent 1 creature in your hand which has more health than power, and you gain a point for that. So if you can just have a Cataplonk sat there for a few turns, build up a really good defense, and then get quite a few points by just revealing Baro creatures, then you know you could get a fair few points with this. Also it opens up the ability to actually like build an entire deck or galaxy out of cards that use abilities to win you the game. So you have some copies of Cataplonk, some copies of the card Point, which just gives you a straight point, copies of Point Tree, which gives you 2 points, although it also gives your opponent 2. But yeah, it could be quite fun to make a sort of trolling galaxy that uses cards like Cataplonk and Point to actually get you points and win you a game without even attacking, which would definitely be fun to try and do. And another cool thing about Cataplonk is that he doesn't even have to be used with other Baro cards. You just need to reveal a card with more health and power, and although this is a trend within the planet Baro, there are lots of other planets, like I think Sindian actually has a lot more cards with higher health and power, and then Roka has quite a few as well. So yeah, Cataplonk is definitely a very universal card that should be quite cool to see what he can do once set 2 comes out. And then the last creature for the planet that I've made in set 2 is this limited edition card, so I don't know if you can really count this one, but it was one of my competition cards, and it was sent in by my friend Darcy Churchill, and that is Dramaticus with a whopping 7 stars and 280 power and 250 health, which actually makes him the only creature from the planet with higher power than health, and it has the ability where if your opponent's planet has more zones than yours in total, he can enter 2 battle zones per turn, which is really good because he's got such high power for a Baro card. If you've got 2 battle zones, then you'd rather have him enter both of them rather than like a Cataplonk and him, which only has 100 power. So I think he's a really good card, and if you're sort of the underdog in the game and you've got less stuff on your planet than your opponent, then Dramaticus' ability can really come in and save you. So yeah, I think the ability for him is really cool, and well done Darcy. Okay, so that's it for the creatures. I'm going to get onto some resources now. First one is to help out with the low power of a lot of the Baro creatures, and it is an addition to these two cards, Galactic Saber and Galactic Helm, which are some fan favourites of yours. And this is Galactic Bow, which reads, one creature on your planet gains 120 power until the end of the turn. So these guys permanently give your creatures sort of average boosts. But Galactic Bow gives it a really, really good boost, but only for a turn. So that's if you're going all out. You can use, say, I don't know, say you're going for the win. You've got Baro as your planet and you've got something like Dare on your planet. You can use the ability of Baro, make Dare's power 340, and then go ahead, play Galactic Bow as well to make it 460, which is ridiculous, and then attack for 5 points and win. And if your opponent has like a really strong creature that you want to get over and you've only got something like a Ground Knight on your planet, then Galactic Bow can just give you that boost that you'll need to get around those creatures. So again, this is a sort of generic card that can be used with any planet, but I really think its full potential can come out with Baro. Next up is another one that my printer messed up on. It's called Abandonment. It's a rare card from set 2, and it is very powerful if you use it against the right opponent. What it does is, it kills all creatures on both players' planets that are not from their planet cards. So say your opponent's planet card is Shios, and they've got a Shios creature, a Pelisium creature, and a Baro creature on their planet. Then you'd kill the Pelisium and Baro creatures, but their Shios creature would still live. So it can be useless against some people, and also it does kill your own creatures, so it does have its flaws. But if you play it at the right time, it's going to be really good. And also because the planet Baro generally has cards with low power, then you're going to need to find new ways to get past your opponent's creatures, so Abandonment could be really good for that. Next up, we have one of what I think is the coolest looking cards in this video. It's Mountain Stronghold, and it's an attachment card. It's the first attachment card especially for Baro creatures, and it reads, attach only to a Baro creature. It cannot enter battle zones, but at the end of all your turns, you gain 1 point. So it's quite self-explanatory. You have a big creature out that's got a lot of health, like Humongous Ancient Rockman or Dare or Island Beast. You attach it to Mountain Stronghold, you just sit back and watch the points roll in. Of course, it does have the drawback that the creature cannot attack, but with cards like Dare, his power is so low that you're not going to be attacking with him anyway unless you use the planet Baro. So yeah, Mountain Stronghold's pretty cool, and I think it could be really annoying for some people. So yeah, just helping you whittle down your opponent, just getting those points slowly and steadily. Anyway, the next card and the final card for this video, unfortunately, is a card called Barish Sands. So as you can see, this is a collection of different sands picked up from the planet that have some mysterious properties. And it reads, you switch the power and health of the attached creature. So, it's pretty much the ability of the planet Baro, but in the form of an attachment card, which is good because it means you can use it offensively. Cataplank, let's say, you can make its power 230 and its health 100. But another good thing is that you can attach it to your opponent's cards, and I think this card could be used against Baro players really well. So let's say your opponent is sitting on the back of a deck that is really hard to get around, because that 340 health is going to be very difficult for you to kill. So what you can just do is, you have Barish Sands in your hand, you can attach it to your opponent's deck, and then play anything with more than 40 power, and then you'll be able to kill that deck. So it's very simple, and it can be used as a card that's good for you or a card that's bad for your opponent, which they technically mean the same thing, but you know what I mean. It has two uses. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know what your favourite card is from the planet Baro so far, and let me know which card you'll be looking forward to using once set 2 comes out. So yeah, please like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Oh, follow me on Instagram as well. And enter my competition as well. Bye.